Welcome to the part 2 session. In this session, we are going to see the live demonstration of linear regression using a single variable. Let's go to the topic. I have opened my Jupyter notebook file. Let's make a quick recap what we have done in the previous session. In the previous session, we have taken a real-time example in the machine learning, finding the medical charges of a person using different categories like age, BMI, gender, and the region what they are living, and the children holding. Okay, we have performed some of the correlation. At last, we have performed the exploratory data analysis on the data. We have performed the correlation. In that correlation performance, we have got the best correlation to the smoker and the charges, and the smoker. Okay, so we are going to perform, we are going to take that smoker as a variable in our linear regression part. Let's understand what the linear regression using a single feature means. We know that the smoker and age columns have the strongest correlation, right, with the charges. The ultimate target value is the charges. So let us try to find the way of estimating the values of a charges using the value of age for non-smokers. First, let's create a data frame that contains only non-smoker. In our previous data set, we are having on the set of smokers and the non-smoker as well. So in this, we are going to intentionally divide that non-smokers into a new data frame. Okay, let's make it out. Okay, I'm labeling it as non-smoker df and passing the medical df as the data. In that medical df, dot smoker equal to no represent not smoker. Okay, let me run this code. Okay, it's run perfectly. And next we are going to visualize the relationship between the age and charges. Okay, and let's see how many non-smokers are there in our data. Okay, non-smoker df count. Non-smoker df count, it was about 1064 out of 1334, right? And we are going to plot age versus charges. The ultimate goal is to find the charges, so we have to find some of the smokers, non-smokers age as well. Okay, let me try to plot a scatter plot, which I have given the data as non-smoker df, which I have separated the non-smokers as. In the x-axis I will give the age, and the y-axis I will give the charges, and alpha equal to 0.7 represents the gap between the plots, and s equal to 15 the opacity. Okay, in this graph we are going to see the trend of increasing the charges of non-smokers at the increase of age. Okay, by seeing the graph you can able to see there is a trend of increasing the medical charges as the age was increasing. At the age of 20, the minimum charges will be less than 5,000. Okay, when the age will be slightly increasing, there we can see the strong correlation between the age and the charges. Okay, particularly the age of non-smokers and the charges. Okay, apart of the few exceptions, the points seem to be form a line. Okay, we will try and fit the line using these points and use these lines to predict the charges for a given age, right? And we the main intention is to predict. How can we predict means, as we can see there is a trend of increasing. So for suppose if we draw a line from this mark to this mark, okay, from this mark to this mark. If suppose I'm going to predict a age of a person having a holding of age of 35 and how much he can able to hold the medical charges as well. So by drawing this line, we'll simply calculate the estimated charges. Okay, for drawing a line, we have a line formula of y equal to wx plus b. The line is characterized into two numbers called slope and intercept, as we all know. The whole part what we are going to do, what we are going to predict is known as a model. In this above case, the x-axis shows the age and the y-axis shows the charges. Okay. Thus, we can assume that the following relationship between the two charges as w into age plus b. And we will try to determine w and b for the line the best fits the data. Okay, this technique is called as linear regression, and equation as a linear regression model. Simple, because it models the relationship between the age and the charges as a straight line. We are not making any curved lines or the line from 0 itself. We are just drawing a straight line as a predicted line. The numbers, the slope and intercept are called the parameters or weights of the model. The values in the age column of the data set can be called as an inputs. The values in the charges can be called as the targets. Our target is to find the charges. Okay, we are calling that as a targets. And what we are going to give the input, we are going to give the input as age as an input. So we are calling the ages as an input. Let's define a helper function to estimate the charges, to compute the charges of W and B. Let us assume the W and B. For suppose as a beginner, we have to estimate some of the amount of the slope and intercept. As we don't know how the slope and intercept will be collaborate in producing the line, so let us take an example and we will have to determine, estimate the charges age, slope, comma, intercept. It will return W into age plus B. It will produce a straight line by means of this slope and intercept values. Okay, let me run this function. To estimate the charges function is our the first model. The estimate charges function is our very first model. Okay, let's guess the value of W and B to use this estimate. First, suppose we are going to estimate the slope of the line will be a 50 and the intercept will be 100. Can I able to draw a line with the particular values? Yes, we can draw. And the ages will be the non-smoker df.age. We are going to give the correct scenario of the age in the data set provided. And the estimated charges will be, and calling the function of estimated charges, ages I have given a particular list of ages and it will return a line equation. Okay, let's plot the estimated charges of line given. In the plot, we are going to give the ages as an input, estimated charges, and the estimated charges we have estimated the charge by calling one function, and the RO will represent the scatter plot, contains the O-shaped scatters, right? In the X label and labeling age and estimate charges. Okay, our line was ready. It has given the line. In this way, you can able to give, and we can slightly modify the slope and intercept values in which our line will best fit the model in order to estimate the total charges as per age. Okay, as expected, the points are in the straight line, so we can expect the points are all in the straight line. Our intention is to tend to make this line as perfect as the regression model gives. So initially the line is in this line, so we have to adjust that line, the best model fit into these scatter plots, right? We are soon going to adjust this line using we can overlay this line as an actual data. So see how well our model fits the data. Okay, let's try to make a target. Our final target was the non-smokers. We are going to predict the charges for a non-smoker. So make it the non-smokers not data frame charges. I'm going to shift those data only into the target variable and trying to plot that along with the line. In this picture, you can able to see what we have drawn an estimated line drawn. What if this line, what if the line will be compared to the original data, right? This was the actual data. Okay, the blue line represents the actual data and the red line represents the estimation data. We can able to estimate the data what we have given in the slope and intercept format. We have just normal estimation of giving to draw a particular line in order to make an impact between the age and charges, right? So our line will be compared to the actual values and it will look like this. What we do means we have to adjust the estimation line to be perfect with the actual line. So what we have to do, we just need to shuffle the slope and intercept values as well. Clearly that our estimation are quite poor and line doesn't fit the data. This is meant by underfit. This estimated line not able to eliminates the quite poor line, that it doesn't fit the data. Okay, however, we can try the different variables of slope and intercept to move the line around. Let's make helper function using triparameters. So as we already defined the triparameters, taking the input as ages, slope and intercept. Okay, let's create the above plot. We can overlay this line into the actual data and see how can our model fits, right? And I have tried different models. As previously I have given 50 and 100. The data has been quite lower than 2000 or 5000, and I have changed the values as 60 as 200, and it will quite upwards towards of nearly 4000 or something. And you can able to change the parameters what we are going to give. Let me take the parameters as 300 comma 1000, 300 comma 1000. As soon as changes slope and intercept values, the estimated line has been changed. Our goal is to fit that estimated line with our actual data. See, if the red line is being in the center of the actual data, we can able to predict the values with a perfect accuracy. Okay, the exercise is to try various values of slope and intercept to find the best line that fits the data. So what is the effect of changing of value of W? What is the effect of changing of B? Okay, there might be many chances of expecting the line changes from slope to intercept. So we can try different parameters as changing the parameter size as 300 comma minus 2000. Intercept might be a negative value. Okay, it's somewhat better. The estimated value can be crossed reach again, and again we can check. It was somewhat better. Again we have changed the values minus 4000 and 300. Yes, finally we got the most probable, the best fit of our estimation data. Okay, as we change the values of slope and intercept manually, we are trying to move the line visually closer to the points. We are learning the approximate relationship between the age and charges as well. So wouldn't it be nice to a computer to try with several values of W and V? Since far we have tried 3000 minus 300 minus 4000, 3000 minus 3000, and we are tend to changing the values as per requirement to estimate the values and to plot that line that will fits our data. So my question is, will the computer will do as per our requirements to fit the best line? By concluding all this, by trying all these trials, I have been concluded that this line is the best among all the lines. So my question is can the computer can able to do what I have done? Yes. We need a way to measure the numerically how the line fits the points. So once we measure to fit of has been computed, we need a way more to modify the slope and intercept to move the best fit. It can be solved the above problems. We should be possible to a computer determined slope and intercept values for the best fit line. Okay, starting from a random guess. Right. For that purpose, we are going to move on to the help of the root mean square error as well. Okay, let's see the target values first. These are the target values. These are the estimated values. 1725 and 1000 we got. We got an error of nearly 725, and the second 4429 was the actual value, and 15001 we get. And this red line indicates the predicted value and the blue dots indicates the actual values. We got somewhat error as it was having 1725. What we have predicted means 1000, so there might be an error of 725. Okay, that error we will consider as a loss and cost function. Okay, we can compare our model's prediction with the actual target using this following method. How can we able to predict the actual and predicted values? So we can calculate the difference between the targets and predictions, the square of the elements to the different matrix to the remove the negative values, as there are number of data will be available, 1336 data, and how can we calculate the loss and cost functions? This function will be considered as root mean square error. The above description can be stated the mathematically called as sum of the predicted minus actual. The predicted will be the 1000, the actual will be the 1725. That means 100,000 minus 1725 whole square by n. How many number of data will be available? 1336 by 1336 under root. Okay, this will shows the root mean square error. How the root mean square error means? Right. The blue data represents the actual value and the red data is the predicted line. And suppose I want to the data of at an age of 3, in the red line, I have the predicted value will be given some of the data and the actual value will be the blue data, and there might be some difference between the actual value and the predicted value, and those difference will be calculated as the root mean square error. We have to reduce that root mean square error as much as possible. So this would comprises with an accuracy level and training our model data. Okay, so our intention is to reduce the root mean square error. As we already discussed, the root mean square error is nothing but the difference between the actual value and the predicted value. How can we calculate the root mean square error? Means root of sum of all the predicted minus actual values whole square by the total number of data available. Let's define a function to compute the root mean square error. So in this data, how can we calculate? So this is the best model fit. We can estimate the data with an slope of 300 and minus 4000 as an intercept. So for this data, how can we calculate the root mean square error and how can we reduce that? Okay, we're going to install the NumPy. After installing, importing the NumPy, I'm defining the function of root mean square, which was going to take an input as targets and prediction, and applying the same formula what I have done. The same formula, sum of predicted minus actual. Okay, np dot square root of, there is a function called square root of numpy dot mean of, the sum means nothing but mean of square of the target minus prediction. So it will give the root mean square error. So let's compute the root mean square for our models with a sample data. I'm going to done with my first prediction of the slope and intercept as taken with W, slope as 50 and the intercept as 100. Let's try to find the root mean square error for these values. Okay, our estimated line is this, actual data was this, so there might be a large number of root mean square error. Okay, let me try to give the root mean square. The root mean square error is about 8461. Right, I have taken the target as charges, predicted as estimated charges. Right, so we have to interrupt the above number. On average, each element in the prediction differs from the actual target by about $8,461. It might be a huge amount. So the result is called a loss because it indicates how bad the model is at the predicting the target values. It represents the information loss in the model. The lower the function is lost, the better the model. Okay, whenever the root mean square error is low, the better our model is to be. Let's modify to try the parameters function and also display the loss. Okay, I have defined a try parameters which will be taken as root and intercept values, ages, target value and the prediction value. I have included the target and predicted values inside the function and plotting the exact function what I have done before this, and it will can able to give the prediction loss value in the graph itself by plotting that. Exercise to try the different values of slope and intercept as we have already done with this done. So I have done 200 and 2000. The line will be on the above line, that might be very beautiful than the previous one, and the error I got is 4971. Let's try with another example. Okay, W will be 300 and minus 300 gives me 4686. This will be the best model that I have done. Right, what I need to done, we need a strategy to modify the weights W and B to reduce the loss and improve the fit in order to fit the best model in our data. Okay, the ordinary least squares and the small, both these lines have the same objective too. There are two methods for reducing the line. One is ordinary least squares, that linear regression as we already saw, and SDD, gradient boosted descent algorithm. Both have the same objective to minimize the loss. However, while the ordinary least squares directly computes the best values of W and B using the matrix operations, while the gradient descent using iterative approach, starting with the random values of W and B, slowly improving them using derivatives. Here is a visualization of gradient descent works. So actually, the green line indicates the perfect model fit, and the red line indicates our estimated line, the predicted one. Okay, what the linear regression model will do means we have altered the W and B manually. So we will take hand over the job to do with the linear regression model. Okay, so in this picture you can see clearly observe that it can able to modify the values of W and B, and it chooses the best fit, whichever the best model fit will be given as the final result. Okay, let us took linear regression using the scikit-learn library. Let me install the scikit-learn library. In practice, you will never need to implement either of the above methods yourself. You can quickly use a library called scikit-learn which will do this for you. Let's use the linear regression class from scikit-learn from the best fit line for the age as well as charges, as versus charges, using the ordinary least squares optimization technique. Right. From sklearn.linear model, import linear regression. We have to import that linear regression in order to perform such that we can create a new model object. Model going to store that linear regression into model. Now we can use the fit method to find the best fit of the line targets. You can able to give a help how to fit the model. It will give the diagram. Now that the input X must be a 2D array, so we will need to pass a data frame instead of a single column. There must be a condition to pass a 2D array instead of we are going to pass a single column. So I'm going to pass that inputs as non-smoker df of age to pass the single 2D array, as it was able to take the 2D array as an input, and the target will be nonsmoker.df.charges. Age and charges. I'm going to print the shape as well. So I had given the inputs as 1064 and the target as 1064. Let's fit our model. It automatically fits the data and automatically fetches the best linear data. Linear regression, it will automatically fetches the W value and the B value as well. Okay, let us try to give an example of I'm going to give an example data of 23, 37, 61 ages. Can it able to predict the values of that or not? For that age of 23, it has predicted that 4055 as a medical charges. For the age of 37, it can able to predict that charges of 7796. Do these values seem reasonable? And compare them with the scatter plot above. Let's compute the predictions of the entire set of inputs. We have predicted with the entire set of inputs what we have actually done. In the previous step, we have, as we performed compared the complete data with this, we have got, this was the prediction value and this was the actual value, and we got about maximum of 725 and something. We have got a root mean square error. What if this model has to be predicted? Is this model predicted values is better than our previous one or not? Let me check in predictions. Okay, let's compute the root mean square loss to evaluate our model. Let this root mean square will be, and the root mean square error will be the 4662 that model gave me, and actually we got an root mean square error as 4686 for our implementation of different and tried using different parameter values of W and B values. Okay, and it was predicted as 4462, which will be the better than ours. Okay, it will be the better than ours. Let us take it seems to be prediction off by 4000 on an average, which will not too bad considering to the fact that there are several outliers. The parameters of the model are stored in the coefficient and the intercept properties. Like the W will be stored in the coef and the B will be stored as intercept properties. Let us try to make. Okay, it has taken the W as 267.24, the B as 2091. We have taken the best for as 300 and minus 3500. It's quite simple and it will be quite easy to understand. Okay. Oh, it has taken the W and B values as well. Are these parameters close to our best case or not? Let us try to make the line which the computer has been given. So here we go. The root mean square error will be 4662, and it has predicted, and the predicted line will be very much closer to the actual values. So this has to be done the computer by itself. It has drawn a predicted line which indicates in the red color in the taking the age and input, and can able to predict the charges as well. So indeed of this line quite close to the points, it's slightly above the cluster of the points because it's also trying to account for the outliers. There are some of the outliers which has been drawn outside of the box. So those model we can call it as an model overfitting. So there is an exercise using, we have used the linear as a part. So how do you, the SDG regression will be classed from the scikit-learn model. Okay, linear regression will always use the least squares to compute the loss function. It will make sure the linear regression what we have done till now will uses the least squares as a loss function. And for an SDG regression, you can specify a loss function. You can able to specify your own loss function, and it can uses this stochastic gradient descent to fit. For SGD, you can run the training set of 1 point at a time and update those parameters according to your error gradient. In simple words, you can train your SGD regression on a training data set that will not fit into your RAM. So you can update the SGD regression model with a new batch of data without retraining our model whole data set. Right? Let me try to import that SGD regressor as well, and we'll store it into the model and going to help how to fit the model. Actually, this was as same as the previous one what we have done in the previous. Giving the input as non-smoker df.age, targets as non-smoker df.charges, that will be 1064, and going to fit our model, taking an input and targets. It has predicted. Let me predict the same values what I have given, 23 first sample values. It has predicted some values for 23, 37, 61. Let me give the whole data set, whole entire set of inputs. Let me try to make the predictions as well. It has predicted some of the values. Let me calculate the root mean square error. The root mean square error using SGD boost will be 4891. The previous one gave me as 4662. Actually, this was very cool than the XGG booster, right? SGG booster. Although in some factors, this SGD regression will give the best result as the error will be the quite very low. On an average, what are the values it has been taken for predicting the values? The W value it has taken means 184, and the B value is 263, right? Let me try to print the root mean square loss. The loss will be 4891, and the predicted line will be like this. So in this way, you can able to make an predictions on SGG booster and the linear regression as well using the single variable. So far we can learn these steps, and there is an exercise to repeat these steps in a section to train your linear regression model to estimate the medical charges for smokers, visualize the target and prediction. So far we have determined for non-smokers. We are going to make prediction for smoker. This was your exercise to do, and I've already done this medical, and I'm separating those smoker into a separate data frame. I'm plotting the ages versus charges, and I have drawn a line, predicted the W. Okay, in this picture we can able to see there is no trend of increasing any data. That means we can't able to estimate the charges of a smokers, which means the data was not perfect in order to estimate for that. In these situations, we are not able to draw any particular estimation line in order to estimate or predict the values of a smoker's persons. In case if we draw that line, the prediction loss will be very, very, very high than expected. Okay, let's try the parameters as same as 50 and 100 as I taken that. Okay, like this we can able to draw. In these situations, the root mean square will be the 32,074. That means a huge amount of data has been lost and our predictions will be completely wrong. Let us try to change the parameters of making the line best fit to the model. Let us try to take the help of the linear regression model. Okay, it has somewhat better, and it has plotted a line for us, and it has taken the root mean square error and reduced it to 37,000 to 10,000, which will be the better than the previous one, right? How more machine learning, you have just trained your first machine learning model. Machine learning is simply the process of computing the best parameter to model relationship between the sum of features and targets. Okay, every machine learning problem has in three components. One is model, second one is cost function, third one is optimizer. In order to fit our model, we need a best algorithm. So either it may be a linear regression, XGT booster, or something. And after that, we need to calculate the cost function or loss function in order to evaluate our model is performing the best accuracy or not. The less in the root mean square error, the more our model will be the perfect. And after that, we have to optimize to reduce that cost function. So this will be the diagram of representing. Right. I'm going to compute all the data. That loss will be the 462. Non-smoker age. Inputs and target will be the non-smoker age, and the charges. Model will be the linear regression, and I'm going to fit in one line predictions and loss. Okay. In the upcoming session, we are going to deal with a linear regression using multiple features. In this, up to now, we have done the input as taking an example of only age and the non-smoker charges. In the upcoming session, we are going to give the multiple values to the model, and how can it can able to predict the values by using the two factors or two variables. Still, so far it has using the only one variable, which was age. We are going to make another example to the BMI. We are adding some of the features like BMI. So adding age and BMI is fairly straightforward. We can simply assume the following relationship will be the slope. So the line equation will be W into age plus W into BMI plus B, mx plus 3 like. So we are moving on to the upcoming session. We will learn how the multiple features of the linear regression will works. Until then, thanks for watching.